Hello and welcome back to another video. It's a bit breezy, I don't know what the audio is going to be like, but in today's video we're basically going to go through my morning routine on the farmyard, like feeding cattle, giving the calves meal, cleaning out their calf creep, that sort of a thing. So as you can see, first of all we need to put in a couple of bales. They have that 8, so we started off only putting in 1 bale, and they were eating a bale every day to day and a half. Now we are putting in 2 bales, so they're eating the 2 bales between 2 to 2.5 days. So the bales we're putting in at the moment is these bales. The bales that are facing, the flat ends are facing sort of each side. The ones that are facing this way are the newer bales. These ones here are about 2 to 3, possibly even 4, or coming on 4 years. They're nearly 4 years old. So starting from this bale here on the bottom and starting from this bale on the top, that's the bales we are using. And at the moment there's not a whole pile of them left, as you can see. And once these are all gone, we'll start using the bales that are on the sand here, which are this year's bales. And once they are all gone, we'll start using any of the bales that are on the concrete slab here. So we'll have to tune up the International 674 and get cracking, because as you can, it's funnily enough, it's not the cows that are looing for the silage, it's the calves looing for the meal. And they're only calves, and they're constantly looing every morning and every evening for meal. But you know, they're animals, and it is what it is. So anyways, the cows are getting hungry, the calves are getting hungry and impatient, so we'll throw in 2 bales and we'll take it from there. silence. All you can hear is the sound of chewing, which is always a good thing. So yeah, there's a bit that's just left in the middle. Obviously it's not going to be 100% neat and tidy when you're putting a bale in with a bale splitter, but it does the job. It's been doing the job for us for many's a year. So what I'll just do now is I'll go around with the grape, I'll fill in any patches. That silage there I'd push in front of the teaser bull. I'll grape some silage here for the calves, and basically any other gaps like that, anywhere else in the shed, I'll just throw a grape of silage like there. But there isn't many, because all the bales are sort of butt up tight to each other. So yeah, that's them. That's 2 bales put in, and obviously 2 bales should do them about 2 to 2.5 days. So I put this bale in the morning, so I'll obviously have to put it in the morning in 2 days time, or in the evening in 2.5 days time, if you know what I mean. So yeah, put the camera down and let's finish off our silage duty by graping whatever needs graping. All graped. Calves have some there, teaser bull has his little bit there, and any other gaps are filled in. So obviously any time that a bale needs to be put in, that's what I do. 2 bales, and you've seen the procedure there. But during the 2 to 2.5 waiting days, when we're not putting in a bale, all we're doing really is graping any silage into them. Like come this evening now, there won't be a whole lot of graping done this evening. It'll be more on the lines of tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening, when the majority of the graping needs to be done. But once they have that sort of ate and they cannot reach anymore, we just get the grape and then just grape whatever lumps of silage is in front of them, closer to them in their reach and distance. So yeah, obviously we have a bit of wrap out here, or the wrap, yeah, we need to dispose of that as well. Water is another thing we need to keep an eye on. So the majority of the cattle in the shed have their own little drinkers, like this, that they can drink out of. The cows here have their own, and the heifers over there have their own. But the only 2 in the shed that don't, that have to be filled manually, is the cow there that's due to calf, and the teaser bull has a blue barrel that we have to fill manually through a tap. But he has enough water, because I checked that when I was graping. But another thing is this cow here has about half, so we'd have to replenish that for her as well. But there's probably enough there to do her a couple of hours anyways. And another thing we do is give the calves meal. We started giving them a mixture of calf crunch and 3 or 3 beef nuts, but we've weaned them off the calf crunch and now they're on full on 3 or 3 beef nuts. They get a scoop and a half of the 303 beef nuts into their little trough there, and every 2 days we do clean out their little calf creep. As you can see, it's probably due a little clean out today as well. So we'll get them their bucket of meal, we'll give them their meal, we'll wait until they eat the meal, and then once they're cleared out of the calf creep, we'll go in and we'll give it a little scrape out as well. So this is our bin of 303 beef nuts. So that's about a full scoop there into the bucket, and then about roughly half into the bucket, and go and dump it in their trough. So they're happy out now, they have their meal. As you can see. So it does take them a couple of minutes to eat that, since they are only calves. But they do eat it, they do lick the trough completely clean. I also have the water filling here for the dry cow. Filling away. Need to keep an eye on that and not walk away from it and forget about it, because it'll start overflowing and going into the slats and down the yard. So we'll keep very close beside the water here, and the tap is just there. We'll turn it off when it is full. And these are the instruments I use: a yard scraper and a shovel when the time comes when they have the meal out, and we go in and clean their little calf creep in there. But what I find is the head on the yard scraper, it's a bit worn, the rubber, and it doesn't really scrape as good as it used to. So I just use the shovel to do a bit of scraping, and then we do put it into the slats, and then there'll be a pile on the slats, and I just use the shovel then and sort of put them down into the little grooves into the tank there as well, which you'll see in a couple of minutes on in the video. There we go, the pen is clean, as you can see. Obviously not power washed, spotless clean, but scraped clean. And as you can see there, I need to scrape that stuff off as well with the shovel. But as you can see, there's a pile of dung here that came out of the calf creep. So what I usually do, as I mentioned before, is I get the spade and just do that and just trample down all that dung down into the tank down below. And I basically just do that to keep the slats as well somewhat clean for the cows to lie down on, so there's not just a big lump of dung just lying there. And it keeps the cows clean as well, and it keeps the calf creep and the calves clean as well when they're lying down, sleeping and resting. So we'll get this down, poked down into the tank below. big pile of dung is gone. Poked down in between the slats and gone down into the tank below. And that as I mentioned, that keeps the slats clean. There isn't just a big mound or pile of dung just sitting there on the slats in the way of the cows. And it also cleans out the calf creep as well for the calves. So yeah, that's silage duty done and calf creep cleaning duty done. And they also have the trough licked clean, as you can see. So that's the trough licked clean and the creep scraped clean. Now, and that's the morning routine, the morning duty, all done and dusted. That's basically what I do most mornings. Every time a bale needs to be put in, we put in a bale or 2 bales, and every time the calf creep needs cleaning, we clean out the calf creep as well. Now we give the calves the a scoop and a half of 303 beef nuts twice a day, one in the morning and the other one then in the evening, and they get their calf creep cleaned out every second day in and around that. And as I mentioned, they're getting through a bale of silage every day to day and a half, so 2 bales they'll get through in about 2 to 2.5 days. So it'll be about 2 to 2.5 days before I have to put in another bale. And now every morning and evening routine, it'll just be scraping silage in front of them whenever it gets low. But that's basically it. And then during the day, I'm either slobbering, doing other stuff, cutting briars, or what I'm at mostly these days is cutting timber and splitting timber, or on a wet day like it is today, cobbling at something in the workshop. So yeah, that's the morning routine done, and that is the video done as well. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my merch, the link to that will be down in the description, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Take care.